Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Today we're going to cover chapter 6, Force and Pressure. What is a force? Force is defined as a push or a pull. Some examples of forces are push, pull, bend, lift, twist and squeeze, and stretch. Each of these forces is made up of a push, a pull, or a combination of both. Some common types of forces are force of gravity, frictional force, and magnetic force. Force of gravity is the force which pulls an object towards the earth. When you drop a ball, it falls towards the ground. This shows that the earth exerts a pulling force on the ball. Your body's weight is actually the force of gravity acting on your body. But bear in mind, in scientific terms, weight is not the same as mass. Weight is the force of gravity acting on an object. It has a unit of Newton. Mass is the amount of substance in an object. It has a unit of kilogram. Which one has the stronger gravity? The Earth or the Moon? The Earth, of course. If my weight on Earth is around 560 Newton, my weight on the Moon would be around 90 Newton. This is because the Moon has a weaker gravity. However, my mass is always 56 kg wherever I am, whether I'm on the Earth or on the Moon. This shows that weight is not the same as mass. Gravity is important in our daily lives because gravity is the reason why we do not float away into space. It pulls us down towards the ground. Gravity also enables us to walk, run, jump, and play without floating up into the air. Gravity also enables all the things around us to stay in place. This includes plants and animals and even the food on our plates. Gravity pulls the Moon towards the Earth. The Earth's gravity also helps the Moon to stay on its orbit. Look at this picture. This arrow shows you the pull of the Moon and Earth on each other due to gravity. And this arrow shows you the pull of gravity that changes the path of the Moon. Whereas this one shows you the orbit of the Moon around the Earth. And finally, this shows you the path the Moon would naturally take if there is no gravity from the Earth. A pushing force is exerted on the box. However, an opposing force stops the movement of the box. This opposing force is known as friction. Friction is defined as contact force that opposes movement. This force exists between two surfaces in contact, and it slows down moving objects. Along a wooden floor, a box can only be moved with a small push, due to the high friction. This shows that rough surfaces produce more friction. However, along a marble floor, a box can be moved with a big push because of the low friction, showing that smooth surfaces produce less friction. Without friction between the ground and our feet or shoes, we would not be able to walk without slipping. Friction also helps to keep the wheels of a car on the road, and it slows the car down when brakes are applied. Unfortunately, friction has its disadvantages. Constant friction between two surfaces leads to wear and tear. For example, just like these worn-out shoes and these worn-out tires. Friction also causes moving parts of machinery to wear out. Moreover, friction produces a lot of heat, which can damage the surface of an object. There are some ways that we can use to reduce friction. We can use rollers or wheels, ball bearing, lubricants or oils, and air cushion. Magnetic force is defined as force of attraction or repulsion exerted by magnets or magnetic materials. Every magnet has a north pole and a south pole. Like poles of magnets repel each other. The force acting between these magnets is called the force of repulsion. Unlike poles of magnets attract each other, the force acting between these magnets is called the force of attraction. We can use magnets as magnetic buttons, which can be used to hold notes and reminders on refrigerator doors. Some bags and pouches have magnetic fasteners to open and close them. We also use magnets as magnetic door stoppers, which are used to hold doors open. There are some effects of forces that you need to know. The first one, force can change the speed of an object. Second, force can change the direction of a moving object. And third, force can change the size and shape of an object. The SI unit of force is Newton. It has a symbol of capital letter N. It is named after an English scientist known as Sir Isaac Newton. We can use a spring balance to measure force. This spring balance has both grams and newtons on its scale. This is because grams and newton can easily be converted into each other. 1 kilogram is equivalent to 10 newton. Here we have a spring balance. It has a reading of 0 grams, which is equivalent to 0 newton. When a metal solid is attached to the hook of the spring balance, the reading is now 50 grams, which is 0.5 newton. The kitchen scale is also an example of a spring balance because it uses the same mechanism as a spring balance since it contains spring on the inside.